What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another high-risk coin burster video for you all today. And in today's video, we're going to be doing a $50 million buy-in. And they're actually letting us bring our own quarters from previous games today. We got 1,000 of them. Well, actually 1,200 of them because they gave us an extra 200 quarters since I did that $50 million buy-in. So anyway, we're going to be putting 1,000 quarters in there at one time today using that skill stop button. So let's just put a bunch of quarters in there, then we're going to let the pusher push out a little bit more, then we're just going to keep on stacking it up until we got all 1,000 quarters in there. So they got this thing loaded up amazingly well today. There's a gigantic tower of quarters right there in the center with a whole bunch of $5,000 and $10,000 chips wrapped around it. Kind of looks like one of those quarter hive towers. Kind of looks like a beehive, so we're going to call it a quarter hive. Yeah, I'd say that's every bit of like 3,000 or 4,000 quarters right there. And they got two giant towers of $10,000 chips back there on the pusher. They got a massive tower of gold back there also. And let's see, they got a bunch of $1,000 chip towers in there and $5,000 chip towers. They got tons of towers on the blue shelves today also. A whole bunch of $1,000 chips, $5,000 chips. $10,000 chips. I can see two mystery bags on the blue shelves. There's a brown one on that left hand side, and there's a dark blue mystery bag on the right hand side on that blue shelf. So we might be able to win those towers and stuff that's on the blue shelves later on. We'll see how the game goes. And on top of all that, they got like a bunch of those $100 buy-in chips, and I'm seeing 4 bounty chips in there. So those bounty chips, each one of those is worth 500 free quarters on any game I choose. That's actually how I was able to bring 1,000 quarters on this game right here. I had 2 bounty chips saved up, and I decided to use them on this game right here. So we got about, let's see, 200 quarters left. So we got about 800 of them in there right now. Trying to get all 1,000 quarters in there at once. I'm going to save that extra 200 quarters just in case this doesn't really do anything. That way we can have some quarters as a backup plan. And those $100 chips that are on top of all them towers, those don't have any cash value. Those are just entries into the free $100,000 buy-in giveaway. So anyhow, that right there was 1,000 quarters at once. So let's go ahead and release that skill stop button. Hoping it demolishes all those towers. Come on, big money. Oh yeah, that was a spectacular push right there. A lot of our quarters got stuck back there. They're trying to go. Oh my goodness, nice! Wow, we got that enormous tower of $10,000 chips. And it demolished all them towers that was on the right side. Come on, big push, give me something. Wow, that was incredible. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, that great big old quarter tower, it's on the way. It's moving forward incredibly well. Yeah, I'd say once that massive tower of gold falls down. Oh yeah, nice, there it goes. Let's get the loot chute emptied out. Oh my goodness, wow, we got it. Oh yeah, jackpot baby, that was probably the world's largest avalanche right there. Well, that 1,000 quarters at once was a massive success. Completely demolished all those towers like right off the bat. Wow, this might be a brand new record win today. I sure do hope it is. My goodness, we demolished every bit of them towers that was on the playfield and the ones that was back there on the pusher. There's still quite a few 1 ounce gold bars in there and $1,000 chips, $10,000 chips, and $5,000 chips. But we'll get them here shortly, I think. To be exact, there's a tower of $5,000 chips on that left corner. Hopefully we can get that out of there. Alright, so we only got a couple quarters left. That right there was the last handful. My goodness, this is pushing really good. It was a nice push on the right side. Oh yeah, that was a brilliant push right there also. This is doing exceptional. Anyhow, let's go see how much money in gold we've won, and we'll get right back to pushing. You all are not going to believe this. Check this out. There was 5 white dice and a dark pink mystery bag hidden in there. So if you don't know what those white dice are for, we get to roll them at the end of the game. Whatever they land on, my winnings will multiply by those numbers. That is exceptional. This game is going brilliant so far. And also, we did excellent on that previous round. We made a tremendous amount of money. I think we made like $7.3 million in chips or something like that. And we got a ton of gold also. Oh yeah, that was a good push right there. And we got about, let's see, what was it? 4,900 quarters now. So we definitely have enough quarters to get the whole entire machine cleared out. So let's keep on pushing. Let's try to stack up that left-hand side and try to get that massive tower of $5,000 chips to fall down. And after this round right here, I will open up that dark pink mystery bag. So stay tuned for that. And while you're at it, leave a guess down in the comments and let me know what you think might be hidden inside of that dark pink mystery bag. Hoping it's that $5 chip. That way we don't have to pay to get the blue shelves cleared off. And like I said, there's tons of towers on the blue shelves today, and there's also 2 mystery bags. And there's actually multiple ways I could win all those towers. The first way, I could stack the quarters up really high back there like I'm doing now. And if any of those towers were hanging over the blue shelf, hovering over top of the pusher, I would have a good chance of trick shotting that tower into the playfield. But as you can see, none of the towers are hanging over that blue shelf today. So that first method wouldn't work out. But the second way I could win all those towers that's on the blue shelves is if there's a $5 chip or a red earbud hidden in there. And if I win either one of those two, I would get to cash it in. They would move every bit of them towers to the playfield for free. It wouldn't cost me anything at all. But say the $5 chip or the red earbud was not in there today, it would cost me 2 times the original buy-in to get them to move them towers to the playfield. So that would be a $100 million buy-in to get the blue shelves cleared off, and that would end up being a $150 million buy-in in total, since the original buy-in was $50 million. So let's just hope that earbud or $5 chip is in there today. That would be pretty nice. That way we don't have to pay that large sum of money to get the blue shelf cleared off. Oh yeah, jackpot baby, nice. We got that tower of $5,000 chips. That is remarkable. Nice, we got a whole bunch of $1,000 chips and $10,000 chips. So let's get all those remaining $1,000 chips out of there, then we'll open up that mystery bag. How does that sound? And stacking up the quarters really high like this really helps the towers on the corners move. As you've seen right there, we got that $5,000 chip tower. I mean, if we played like normal and only put $2 or $3 or $4 in there at a time, it would take anywhere from 3 to 8 hours to get the towers on the corners to fall down. But since we're stacking up the quarters like this, it's going to cut that down to like 30 minutes to 3 hours. It would only take that long to get the towers on the corners if we're stacking the quarters up. So like I've said, it's a total game changer, and a bunch of you all suggested it down in the comments. So once again, thank you all so much for suggesting that. I truly appreciate it. Oh yeah, them $1,000 chips, they're on their way to the payout chute. Now this is doing amazing today. And also, take a guess down in the comments and let me know how much money you think we're going to make back today from a $50 million buy-in. I know that's a lot of money to spend, but I do this for you all. Like I've said hundreds of times before, I try to make the best content out there, and I try to make the content as entertaining as possible. And I know the majority of y'all like to see the big buy-in videos, so that's why I make them. And let me know if you'd want me to keep on doing the big buy-in videos, like $10 million buy-ins all the way up to $100 million buy-ins. Or would you want to see more than $100 million, like maybe $200 million, $500 million? Just let me know what you'd want to see down in the comments. Well, it looks like we trick shot that $100 buy-in chip into the playfield. So let's try to get that out of there real quick, and then we'll open up that mystery bag. Yeah, and sometimes you can trick shot the towers into the playfield also. Yeah, there's multiple ways you can trick shot. Like I said, I could stack the quarters up really high back there on the moving platform. Or I could just like do this. I'll give you an example. See that? How we got the quarters to go over there and hit that gold tower? That's another way I've been able to trick shot the towers into the playfield a couple of times. But there's really no point in trying to do that unless we know for sure that we haven't won that $5 chip. Yeah, I'd say 9 times out of 10 that $5 chip or red earbud would be in there. I can't even remember the last time I had to pay to get the blue shelves cleared off. Might have been like, what, 6, 7, 8 months ago, so it's been a pretty good while. I mean, it's always nice to see that $5 chip in there. I mean, it saves you from paying 2 times the original buy-in. So anyhow, we got it all cleared out of there. That is remarkable. This game is going brilliant today, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and open up that mystery bag. Alright, here it is. Let's go ahead and check it out and see if there's anything good and valuable and beneficial in there. It feels insanely heavy, so let's see what we get. Oh my goodness, wow, check this out. We got 2 of the baby dice. So each one of these is worth a 5 times multiplier. So this right here is automatically 10 times my winnings. I don't have to roll these at the end of the game. Like I said, this is automatically 10 times my winnings. That is phenomenal. And we also got the $5 chip, 2 $1 chips, and the $10 chip. So this $5 chip, like I said, we get to cash that in. They will take all those towers that's on the blue shelves and they'll put them into the playfield somewhere. And both of these $1 chips are worth 500 free quarters. So I get to cash in both of these. That will give me an extra 1,000 quarters. And this $10 chip right here, we get to cash this in and they'll let me spin a wheel. And that wheel has all these different types of chip values on there. And whatever that wheel lands on, that's what type of brand new tower they'll build somewhere in the playfield. So that's not bad at all. That mystery bag was stacked up really, really well. So I think I'm going to go ahead and cash in the $10 chip and both of these $1 chips real quick. And we'll get right back to pushing. Alrighty, A&V Coin Pusher has returned. Let's get right back to pushing. So I cashed in that $10 chip and both of them $1 chips. It gave me an extra 1,000 quarters, and we got to spin that wheel. And today it landed on $10,000 chips, and oh my goodness. Well, we pretty much got 2 of the towers to fall down already. I think there was a total of like 5 of them in there. There's one back there on the pusher, a couple smaller ones on the corners. So it should be a pretty easy win since we already got the majority of the towers to crash down. And one thing I was talking about before, I talked about this yesterday and the other day or something. I said that that wheel may be on like a payout rate or something because it seems like that wheel either lands on $1,000 chips or 1 ounce gold bars like every other day. Like today it could be $1,000 chips, tomorrow gold bars, then the next day $1,000 chips. And it seems like we only get the $10,000 chips or the $5,000 chips or $25,000 chips like maybe once every week and a half, once every 2 weeks. So that tells me that that wheel may be on a payout rate. I mean, it's just like any arcade game you would play, like, you know, those claw machines. Like, they have to make so much money before you can win a prize. Because even if you do pick up the prize in the claw machine, if the payout rate is not like close to being reached, it will just drop your prize back down to the machine. I talked about that the other day about the claw machines and stuff. Yeah, I used to play those games a lot back when I was younger. I thought about maybe making a brand new channel in the future. I mean, I'll still be doing coin pusher videos on this one probably every single day. So don't get worried whenever I say I might create a new channel. But what I was going to say, I might create a brand new channel for arcade games like claw machines. And I think I used to play this game called Keymaster or something. So I don't know, let me know if you want to see a channel like that here in the future. Probably can't do it right now because I've got a lot of other stuff going on. But maybe sometime within the next couple of years I might start an arcade channel and just play a bunch of arcade games. Let me know if you'd want to see something like that down in the comments section. But like I said, I'll still be doing these coin pusher videos consistently pretty much every single day. I mean, I try my best to upload 7 days a week. I mean, I might miss like a Saturday or a Friday here and there. But overall, I post at least 28, 29 videos a month, so that means I might miss like 2 days out of the month or something. But all those other days I post videos daily. Well, this has been pushing pretty well on this round right here. Still 2 small towers, $10,000 chips. So I think now would be a good time to stack this thing up with quarters. Try to get a large base of quarters built up behind them massive towers. And it really helps them move. And if you're wondering why the towers on the sides have such a hard time falling down at times, it's because if there's any weight or pressure built up on the quarters are just going to take the easiest route, or the easiest path of travel, whatever you want to call it. And that would either be around the towers or it would be down those gutters. So if there's any weight or pressure built up on the quarters like to go down those gutters. And if you don't know this, anything that falls down those gutters, that money goes to the house. I don't get a win or keep any of that money. However, sometimes they will have a $50 chip in there, and if I win that $50 chip, I'd get to cash it in at the end of the game. And then they would take everything that we've lost to those gutters and they'd put it back into the playfield and give us a second chance at winning it. And speaking of that $50 chip, we have not won that today. Normally it's in that first mystery bag that we win. Like it should have been in there with the $10 chip and $5 chip and stuff. But no sign of it today, unfortunately. I mean, it still has the potential to be inside one of those mystery bags that are on the blue shelves. And y'all may not be able to see the mystery bags on the blue shelves, to be honest with you. They're behind those massive towers. But I can see them where I'm standing because I'm like standing beside the machine. I can't stand in front of the machine because that's where the camera is filming. I'll be blocking the view. So hopefully that $50 chip is hidden inside one of them mystery bags. We'll find out here shortly. After we get these remaining $10,000 chips, I'll go ahead and cash in that $5 chip. And we probably got about 170 quarters left in the basket. So let's keep on stacking it up. I'm trying to stack the quarters up on top of each other on purpose. That way we can get a nice base of quarters built up behind them towers. So that right there was the last of our quarters. Let's go see what we've won real quick and we'll get right back to pushing. Alrighty, A&D Coin Pusher has returned. Let's get right back to pushing. So let's keep on stacking this thing up. I'm going to try like maybe 1 or 2 more rounds after this one. And if we don't get them remaining $10,000 chip towers, I will go ahead and cash in that $5 chip. And they would probably just leave those towers in the exact same position as they're in now. So yeah, if we don't get them within the next couple of rounds, I'll go ahead and cash in that $5 chip. Alright, let's see what that does right there. Come on, nice push. Give me something. Oh yeah, that tower on the right just moved forward tremendously. Did you see that? Yeah, hopefully we can get that one to fall down within the next couple of seconds. Oh yeah, the one on the left just moved also. This is doing amazing today. Yeah, we could really use a nice profit on this game right here, because as of right now, I am down like, let's see, what was it? $195 million for the day. I know that's a lot of money. I'll explain how I lost all that. So pretty much I played 4 other games before this one today. This right here makes the 5th game I played. The first game, it was a winning game, believe it or not. I think we profited like $25–30 million or something. But the second, third, and fourth game was terrible. Those were the worst games I've ever played before. And I played thousands of these games, and I will say that the second, third, and fourth game that I played today was the absolute worst. So it was like back-to-back losing game. I didn't even get any quarters back, and none of the towers were even moving. I spent a couple hours on one of the games. Then the other 2 games that I played. Oh my goodness, nice. We got both of them towers on that one push right there. That is amazing. I wasn't expecting that at all. Anyhow, we're down like $195 million for the day. And I think we was still down like 20 or 30 million from yesterday. So in reality, we need to make like 200 million profit on this game right here to break even for this week. yeah, one thing I have noticed ever since we got that $1.3 billion win the other day, I've been losing a lot more than normal. It's like the game has become 10 times more difficult to win. I don't know if they've just like fixed it to where we can't win as much. I have no idea, but we're not going to let that stop us though. Not going to stop us from winning at the high limit coin pusher. Alright, so we got it all cleared out of there. That is spectacular. So let's go ahead and cash in the $5 chip and we'll get right back to pushing. Alrighty, A&D coin pusher has returned. Let's get right back to pushing. So I cashed in that $5 chip. They took every one of those towers that was on the blue shelves and they put them all into the play field. Most of them are in pretty decent spots. Those mystery bags look a little bit scary. Yeah, see what I'm saying? How that brown one, it's trying to go over there on the blue shelf. If we did end up losing that mystery bag, it would cost me $100 grand to get it put back into the play field. Well, it would definitely cost that because we didn't win that $50 chip. Sometimes if we get that $50 chip and we lose something to the blue shelf on the $5 chip rounds, whenever I cash in that $50 chip, they will just put whatever we've lost back into the game. So it would prevent us from paying that extra $100 grand. But like I said, we haven't won that $50 chip today, so if we do lose anything, looks like we'll be paying that extra $100 grand. Oh yeah, that $5,000 chip tower right there, it's trying to go. Yeah, a lot of times those towers will get stuck against the glass. Nice, we got it. That's exceptional right there. It's been a miraculous game today, that's for sure. Yeah, we've won quite a few 1-ounce gold bars today also. Yeah, the gold bars, those are worth whatever 1 ounce of gold is at the moment. I'm pretty sure they're around like $1,930 an ounce. Well, that's what the spot price of gold was yesterday anyhow. If somebody could let me know the exact spot price of a 1-ounce gold bar down in the comments section, I would highly appreciate that. Just leave me a comment, let me know what 1 ounce of gold is worth. And if you're wondering what I do with all the gold bars that I win, normally just save them all, keep them in a safety deposit box. Yeah, I've heard the gold bars are going to skyrocket in value over the next couple years. My goodness, this is pushing phenomenally well today. That's a nice push on that right hand side there. So yeah, I've heard the gold bars may go up to like $2,500 an ounce, maybe more than that actually. Gold and silver, I've heard both of those are going to go up here soon, so save as much of it as I can. Nice, we got that dark blue mystery bag in that tower on the right. Alright, well let's get that loot chute emptied out. Oh my goodness, well I'm glad I got that loot chute emptied out. It was getting pretty full. And sometimes if that loot chute gets too full, money will fall inside the machine. It would go to the exact same place as those gutters on the sides would. And that would be down in the owner's loot box. So it's best to keep that loot chute cleared out at all times, just to be sure that you don't lose anything. And like I said, we haven't won that $50 chip, so we wouldn't get it back if we did lose something. Imagine we lost a mystery bag, and now a mystery bag can fit like in that little space that's right up above the loot chute, because if that loot chute gets too full, there's like a little opening space right up above it, and it will just fall inside the machine. Yeah, there's been several times I've lost dice that way. Yeah, I've seen like 10 dice fall off the edge, and there was only like 4 or 5 of them down there in the loot chute, so the only way we could have lost them is because that loot chute got too full. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Keep that loot chute cleared out at all times. Nice, that was a nice push out there. Got a whole bunch of gold. Nice, 2 more ounces of gold. Sweet. That's what I'm talking about. So, back to talking about what I was saying earlier. Yeah, we're down a lot of money at the moment. Like I said, yesterday, we didn't really win much. I mean, we got a nice profit on yesterday's game. I think it was like, I don't know, $150 million profit, but we was previously down like 200 and some million. So we didn't quite make back whatever we lost yesterday before I got that winning game. So I'd say today and yesterday combined, we need to at least make like $215, $220 million back to break even. And we've only won 5 of the white dice. Well, I take that back. We got 2 of the baby dice, and both of those is automatically a 10 times multiplier. So, I mean, that right there is pretty good, I think. So, pretty much say we've won $10 million in chips by the time we're ready to cash out. And not counting the dice that we get a roll, but those 2 baby dice, that would turn that 10 million into 100 million. So, I mean, I guess we're guaranteed at least $100 million today if we can get the, what do you call it? If we can get $10 million in chips out of there, which I think we can. I think we've done one over that, actually. Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of $10,000 chips. That's all right. So, anyhow, that right there was the last of our quarters. So, let's go collect the quarters, and we'll get right back to work. Alrighty, I'm back. So before we continue playing, I'd like to go ahead and open up this dark blue mystery bag. So let's see, what we get? Oh my goodness, wow, check this out. So we got the $50 chip and we got the dark blue earbud. That is absolutely phenomenal. So this dark blue earbud right here, this gets us a cash only bonus game. Like, they will load the whole entire machine up with cash. So we'll cash that in later on. And check this out, we got the $50 chip, so I'll get to cash that in at the end of the game, and they'll take everything that's been falling down those gutters and they'll put it back into the play field. That is not bad at all. That mystery bag was loaded up incredibly well. Well, thank goodness we got that $50 chip. I was worried we wasn't going to get that one at all. And there's still a brown mystery bag on the left-hand side, so I think we just need to stack this thing up with quarters. Use that skill stop button to slow it up like maybe 5, 6, 7, 800 quarters at once. See what happens. Oh yeah, that tower of $10,000 chips on the right corner, it's like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 pushes away from going. I'd say we're going to get that here shortly. Alright, let's see what that does. Come on, big push, give me something. Oh yeah, it's going to be a good one. Tower on the right just moved forward a little bit. Well, there's still 3 towers, or there's still 2 towers on the left-hand side. Now, we're going to have to get that $10,000 chip tower up front, then that tower with the mystery bag on it should start moving forward. That left side is going to be pretty difficult to win, I think. But I'll probably try like one more round after this one, and if we don't get it, I'll go ahead and cash in that dark blue earbud, and they'll load the whole entire machine up with cash. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, I know a lot of y'all like that cash-only bonus game. I mean, you barely see that earbud in there that we get a cash in to get that bonus game, but it's in there today, and that's amazing. It was in there yesterday too, believe it or not. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I highly suggest you go and check it out. It was absolutely incredible. Got a pretty good win on yesterday's game, but like I said, we're still down a lot of money. I've lost a lot more than I won yesterday. So I will link that video at the end of this video right here. All you got to do is click on that video and it will take you right to it. So I'll put that on the end screen. A lot of y'all know what I'm talking about, but if you don't, you'll see it at the end of this video right here. Well, that tower on the right side fell down, but that $100 buy-in chip that was on top of it got stuck in the loot chute. Every time the quarters fall down and hit it, it pushes it on down, like further down there, getting pretty close to the payout chute. Yeah, we'll get that here in a second. I'm not really worried about it. Oh yeah, that tower of $10,000 chips on the left corner moved forward a tiny bit right there. It's pretty good. Still $5 grand on that right corner though. And speaking of those $100 buy-in chips, like I said, those are entries into a free $100,000 buy-in giveaway. We haven't seen the Bitcoins in there in forever. The Bitcoins, those pretty much mean the exact same thing as those $100 buy-in chips. They have no cash value, they're just entries into the free $100,000 buy-in giveaway. I haven't seen those Bitcoins in there in probably, goodness, maybe like 3 or 4 or 5 months now. So I'm pretty certain they discontinued the Bitcoins. I might be wrong, like who knows, I may say that, then they could appear in there tomorrow. So I'm not sure. Well, I'll ask them about that later on whenever I cash out. I will ask them if they still do the Bitcoins, and I'll let y'all know what they say. Oh yeah, we got that $5 grand that was on the right corner. This $10,000 chip tower is hanging pretty close to halfway over the edge. We just gotta keep on stacking up that left-hand side, getting a large base of quarters built up over there, and it should have no problem falling down. I'll try one more round after this, and if we don't get it, then probably go ahead and cash in that dark blue earbud. Seems like the best plan for now. But I'm not going to give up on these two towers on the corner just yet. And that $100 chip that fell on that right hand side, it's still stuck down in the loot chute. It's so close to going down into the payout chute. I'd say it'll go here in a second. If not, they would probably get that out of there for me. Yeah, they would definitely count that as they win. Because it's like almost about to fall into the payout chute. Alright, so we only got a couple quarters left. That right there was the last of them. So let's go collect the quarters, and we'll try one more round and try to get these towers. So I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. So I put like 500 quarters in there at once. Let's see what it does. Come on, nice push. Oh my goodness, that $10,000 chip tower on the left. Super, super close to going. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get both of them towers before it's time to cash in that dark blue earbud. Like I said, this right here is going to be the last round, win or lose. And they would probably just leave them two towers in there. Or who knows, they may rearrange them towers and put them in a brand new spot. You never know. That would be pretty nice. That way we don't have to worry about winning on the corners. Those corners can be very, very difficult at times. Sometimes it'll take hours upon hours to get them towers to go. Well, I mean, we're doing a pretty good thing right here, getting the quarters stacked up on the left-hand side. Just keep a close eye on those towers over there. They should crash down within the next couple of seconds, I'd say. Now we're getting tons of quarters back in the center and on the right side there. That $100 chip, believe it or not, it's still stuck in that loot chute. Hopefully it falls down here in a second. Yeah, there's a bunch of quarters hitting it on the way down. It's just like stuck in there. It's not budging at all. Now let's keep on loading up that right-hand side. I mean left-hand side, goodness gracious. Getting my sides mixed up today. And also, take a guess down in the comments and let me know what you think might be inside of that brown mystery bag. We haven't won any of the gold dice today. And the gold dice, we win those would multiply our gold bars by whatever they land on. And we haven't won any of the gold dice today. We got a ton of gold so far, that's for sure. I'd say we've won close to 100 ounces of gold or more. So, yeah, hopefully there's some gold dice inside of that brown mystery bag. That $10,000 chip tower, it's really, really trying to go. It's like hanging more than halfway over the edge. I don't even know how it's still standing there. Alright, well, we only got a couple quarters left, maybe about like 80, 100 of them or so. So let's get them in there. Alright, that right there was the last of them. Let's see what it does. Come on. My goodness, I can't believe that tower of $10,000 chips hasn't fallen off of there. Look how close it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and cash in that earbud real quick, and we'll get right back to pushing. Alrighty, Andy Coin Busher has returned. Let's get right back to pushing. So I cashed in that dark blue earbud, and they loaded the whole entire machine up with cash. I'd say there's probably about like $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 in cash in there, so that is outstanding. And those two towers that was giving us a major uphill battle on the left-hand side, they just put those right there in the center of the machine. So hopefully we can get them out of there now. Come on, nice push. Oh yeah, that was a bunch of cash we just got right there. And I mean, I've said this many times before, I know that's not a lot of money in cash considering the $50 million buy-in. I mean, this is still a pretty fun bonus game to play, and I know a lot of y'all said that you all like it down in the comments, so hopefully they keep on putting that dark blue earbud in there. And I'm glad we got that $50 chip, because I'm sure we've lost a bunch of stuff to the gutters today. Oh yeah, that mystery bag and that $1,000 chip tower, it's like right there on the edge. Well, let's get that loot chute emptied out real quick. Oh my goodness, there was a boatload of cash down in there. Nice, we got that tower and that mystery bag. That is phenomenal. My goodness, this might be a new world record win today. We need a really nice win off of this game. I've been losing so much money over the past like 2 days. Like I said, we need to make 220 million profit on this game right here to break even for the day. So I'm really hoping we can do that. Oh yeah, nice. Got a couple $100 bills right there. There's still a bunch more money in there we got to win. Nice, there went a roll of cash. Oh yeah, that $100 bill, it's getting pretty close to the edge. Come on, big push, give me something. My goodness, it's like right there. That is incredibly close. And also, after we win all that cash out of there, I will open up that brown mystery bag. Oh, and another thing, that loot box of theirs could be loaded up with stuff that other people have lost. Like, for example, say nobody else has won that $50 chip today, then could be a bunch of stuff down in that loot box that other people have lost, like $5,000 chips. There could even be like low value chips, like $10 chips. It all depends on what type of buy-ins the other people have been doing today. But I know a lot of times they don't empty out that loot box until somebody wins that $50 chip. And pretty much every single game that I play, it at least has a little bit of bonus money in there. And sometimes there's a bunch of dice and mystery bags in there also. And I know somebody couldn't lose a mystery bag to one of them side slots, because think about it, there's no way that a mystery bag could fit down through there. Or unless that loot chute got too full, that's the only way somebody could have lost a mystery bag. But they have told me before, I wasn't going to tell you all this, but I guess I'll tell you anyway. They have told me before that they have been putting the mystery bags in there. Like, for example, say if some other people have lost dice to them side slots, if they don't want the dice to get lost or something, they will just get a mystery bag and they'll put the smaller items in there, I guess to prevent them from getting lost. And same thing for the special chips. That's why they put like the $5 chip, $50 chip, $10 chip, and all that stuff in the mystery bags, because they don't want it getting mixed in with the regular chips. So, but yeah, they've been putting those mystery bags in there, I think. And also, sometimes whenever I cash in that $50 chip, they will build a bunch of smaller towers like on the blue shelves, and they'll normally put a red earbud in there. It's normally a red earbud, and very seldom they could put like a $5 chip in there. If I win either one of those, I would get to cash it in, and they would move all those towers that they put on the blue shelves into the play field. And they normally give you the earbud or the $5 chip if they put the towers on the blue shelves after you've cashed in the $50 chip, because it wouldn't really be fair, because they're supposed to put everything that we've lost back into the play field. And it wouldn't be fair if they put those towers on the blue shelves and then made us pay $100 grand to get them. So anyhow, we got all that cash out of there. It looks like there's a $2 bill or something stuck in the gutter on the right. I mean, there's nothing I could really do about that. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up that mystery bag. All right, here it is. Let's go ahead and check it out and see if there's anything nice and valuable in there. Feels pretty heavy, so let's see. What do we get? Oh my goodness, wow, check this out. We got 4 of the gold dice and 1 silver dice. Like I said, the gold dice, we get to roll these at the end of the game. Whatever they land on, my gold will multiply by those numbers. And this silver dice right here, we get to roll this one at the end of the game. Whatever it lands on, the quarters will multiply by those numbers. That is absolutely miraculous right there. So let's go ahead and cash in that $50 chip and we'll get right back to pushing. Alrighty, Andy Coin Busher has returned. Let's get right back to pushing. So I cashed in that $50 chip. They took everything that had fallen down in their loot box and they put it all back into the play field. Looks like they took the majority of those $5,000 chips and they combined them into like one ginormous spiral tower back there on the pusher. That's probably one of the most unique towers I've seen in there before. And there's 2 mystery bags, and I asked them about those mystery bags. They said somebody lost the pink one and they put the sky blue one in there. So somebody lost one of them mystery bags and they put the sky blue one in there. So just wanted to point that out just in case somebody was wondering. Oh yeah, big push, come on. Oh yeah, and there's a ton of low value chips in there also, like $10 chips. Oh my goodness, well that tower crashed down, fell to the right hand side though, and it looks like we lost a 1 ounce gold bar to the blue shelf. So that would end up costing me 100 grand to get that back. And that $5,000 chip tower back there, it looks like it's leaning toward the blue shelf also. If we end up losing any chips to the blue shelf, I'll definitely pay that extra 100 grand. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to see what's inside of those mystery bags that we just won. Oh yeah, that tower of $10,000 chips, it's going. Nice, we got it. That was a fabulous push right there. My goodness, this is doing exceptional today. Making out like a bandit, that's for sure. So we pretty much got the left-hand side all cleared out. Well, we got all them towers to fall down anyway. Still quite a few chips over there. Yeah, but if we don't lose any chips to the blue shelf, I'll probably just leave that 1 ounce gold bar on there. I won't worry about paying that extra 100 grand. Because there would have to be a lot of gold dice in there for that to be worth it. Alright, well let's load this thing up with quarters again. Let's just get a nice base of quarters built up behind that $5,000 chip tower. Let's try to play more for the right hand side. Try to get that gold tower and that $10,000 chip tower also. Alright, let's see what that does. Come on, big money. Oh yeah, that tower's going. It's like right there on the edge. Come on, big push. Oh yeah, nice. There it goes, that $10,000 chip tower. Nice, we got it. Well, let's get the loot chute emptied out. There we go. We got that loot chute emptied out. Let's keep it going. Oh, nice. We got a bunch of chips on that right corner there. Still need to get that gold tower. Oh my goodness, that tower on the pusher just turned a little bit. Did you see that? Oh yeah, there it goes. Any moment now. Nice, we got it. That's what I'm talking about. That was a whole bunch of $5,000 chips right there. So anyhow, hope y'all are doing good and having a wonderful day so far. Remember, if this is your first time watching and you're enjoying the videos so far, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the post bell notifications. That way you get notified for whenever I upload a brand new video. It would help out tremendously. We're on the road to 140,000 subscribers. My goal is to get there by the end of September, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, let's try to get 10,000 likes on this video right here. 10,000 likes. I know we can accomplish that. Just need all y'all watching to hit that like button. Oh my goodness, that was a brilliant push right there. Got a boatload of $5,000 chips and gold bars on the corner. Those are moving forward pretty well. So if this video can get 10,000 likes within the first day of it being uploaded to YouTube, tomorrow I will do a $500 million buy-in. How does that sound? But only if this video can get 10,000 likes within the first day of it being uploaded to YouTube. That's the only catch to it. Oh yeah, this is pushing really well. 2 ounces of gold left in there to win. Nice, we got it. Got it all cleared out of there. That is absolutely remarkable. This has been a outstanding game today. Absolutely outstanding. So let's go ahead and open up both of them mystery bags. Alright, here they are. So let's go ahead and start with this pink mystery bag right here. Let's go ahead and check it out and see if there's anything nice and valuable in there. Feels like it's loaded up pretty well. And just a reminder, they said this is the one that fell inside the machine. They did not put this one in here. So let's see what somebody else missed out on. Oh my goodness, wow. Check this out, there was 5 white dice in there. That is absolutely exceptional. So I think that makes like, what, 10 of the white dice that we've won now, plus the 2 baby dice. That is amazing. So now let's go ahead and check out the sky blue mystery bag. Let's see if there's anything good and valuable in this one. So let's see, what do we get? Oh my goodness, wow, check this out. We got 4 more white dice. That is exceptional right there. Wow, this is going to be a massive win today, I can already tell you that. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and call them back here. I think we've won 19 dice in total. We got 14 of the white dice, 4 of the gold dice, and 1 silver dice. They will put all 19 of them dice back there on the pusher, and we have to roll them on out to that playfield area, and whatever they land on, we get to multiply our winnings and our quarters and our gold by those numbers. So let's go ahead and call them back here, and we'll get right back to pushing. Alrighty, I'm back. So I called them back here, and they put all 19 of those dice back there on the pusher. So let's roll them on out to that lower shelf. Hopefully they all land on some massive numbers. Oh yeah, we got a 6 on that first white dice. That is exceptional. Oh my goodness, well we got a 5, a 4, another 4, and a 2. Oh my goodness, well, looks like 2 of the dice landed on 1s, unfortunately. So the 1s don't count at all. We went on everything from 2 to 6. So just pretend the 1s don't exist, but the rest of them are definitely making up for it. They're landing on fabulous numbers. And also those 2 tiny baby dice that's on the blue shelves, that's automatically 10 times my winnings. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits right there. Well, we may be able to flip that 1 right there in the center over to a 5. I'm only going to try like 1 push. Come on. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to flip it. And we do got to be pretty careful, because if any of the dice fall over the edge or down the side slots, we'd lose them. They would become duds. So anyhow, that's not bad at all. The majority of them dice landing on some nice numbers. So I'm going to count everything up, multiply our winnings and our gold by all of that, and I'll let y'all know what we've won back from a $50 million buy-in. Be right back. You all are not going to believe how much money I've won today. This is absolutely insane. I ended up winning $16,379,460 in chips. And all those white dice combined, including the 2 baby dice on the blue shelf, ended up multiplying my winnings by 62. And in total, I ended up winning $1,015,526,520 from a $50 million buy-in. That is absolutely outstanding right there. Yeah, that was so close to a brand new world record win today. My record win was like 1.3 billion, but still, that right there makes up for everything that we've lost over the past couple days. I am shocked right now. I was not expecting to make that much money today. That is absolutely outstanding right there. I am amazed right now. I was not expecting to win like that today. That is absolutely mind-blowing. And on top of that, we got 149 ounces of gold, I think it was. And all those gold dice combined ended up multiplying the gold by 12. And in total, I ended up winning 1,788 ounces of gold today. And those are around $1,930 an ounce. So that means we got an extra $3,450,840 in gold today. That is exceptional right there. It's a massive win for sure. And last but not least, we got 3,643 quarters, I think it was. And unfortunately, that silver dice landed on a 1, so we didn't get to multiply our quarters by anything. But still, that is an extra $910.75 in quarters today. That is amazing. I still can't believe we won over $1 billion today. That is just mind-blowing. I was not expecting that at all. That's amazing. And we also won 4 of the bounty chips, so each one of those is worth 500 free quarters on any game I choose. And lastly, we got 12 of the $100 buy-in chips, so that's 12 entries into the free $100,000 buy-in giveaway. So that's not bad at all for a $50 million buy-in. So if y'all enjoyed today's video, be sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the post bell notifications. That way you get notified for whenever I upload a brand new video. And also, if you want to check out a whole entire playlist of videos, that will appear on the right hand side of the screen. And if you want to check out the previous video, that will appear on the left hand side of the screen. And if you want to subscribe, you can click that button up top there to subscribe. So anyhow, I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all take care and have a wonderful day.